our very own representative from the Blue Dog. She's going to be making the Zlatantini, which is with Akvinta, Lillet Blanc, Grapefruit Bitters, Aperol, just around the glass, garnished with a grapefruit twist and Aperol rinse. Her favourite cocktails are bramble, and her favourite bar, I think there's a bit of a ringing there going, is the Blue Dog. So when you're ready?
Ready to go?
Yep. My drink, as you heard, is called a Zlatantini. It is called thus because obviously, you know, Akvinta is a very kind of pure vodka. It comes from a lot of different places. There's a lot about it. But you know, you've got the Dalmatian coast, and I find that the word Zlatan in Croatian means golden. And with this rinse on the glass, with it's a really simple drink, but there's a lot of citrus to it. It kind of just adds that something else. So Zlatan is Croatian for golden, so it's a golden tini. That's me just put an Aperol rinse on the glass there, just going to let it sit whilst the glasses have sat and chilled. The drink is very simple. You've got a bar spoon of Lillet Blanc, which in my opinion is one of the best dry vermouths that was ever going to have. It's one of the originals, can't beat it. Got double shot of Akvinta. Like I said, it's very simple. Just didn't want to spoil the spirit too much. I spent a long time looking at what to do for a drink, and tried everything. Like, it's a very peppery vodka, I find, and I usually on the bar when I'm working will use it in Bloody Mary. I find that works really well. You've got your Grapefruit Bitters. Faye brothers, God bless them, when you dash you get quite a lot, so I like to measure it out. It's a kind of half bar spoon, just to add a bit of seasoning, like, is what I find that it does. Like the rinse and the bitters work as a seasoning to the drink more than an ingredient. But of course with the rules, I tried out putting some saffron gin in the drink, working around it like that, but ended up just making what you're about to see here. Quick stir, just chill it out a little bit. Don't want to dilute it too much because you lose what you're wanting from the vodka. I've pre-chilled my Bostons and kept them quite cold, but at the same time there's not too much ice on the glass to dilute it again. Like, don't really like too much dilution in my drinks. Obviously being a bartender, you've got to understand that the whole point of mixing your drinks is to get the ice and the milk water, but when you're talking about a vodka like Akvinta, you don't really want to lose too much of that. I had tried looking at liqueurs to put in the drink and sort that all out. Obviously I've got my Aperol rinse in the glass, but other than that I didn't really see too much point in putting a liqueur in it to sweeten it up. The bitters kind of do that job, and the Aperol rinse really works out pretty well. And then to finish, I'm going to put on a really nice, really big grapefruit twist, which I honestly think is one of the biggest parts of a drink, is the garnish. It kind of adds that extra zest, you know, it kind of works out. So 2 seconds. Don't want to get too much pith on the garnish because it kind of takes away from the sweetness of the citrus. So make sure that it goes all the way over the glass. It smells amazing. You can smell it from here. Something whenever I'm putting a twist on a drink on the bar, you can smell it from the start of the bar. Give that little dip. We'll run around. You can see the oils sitting on top of the vodka. It really works. Obviously with the Aperol rinse, drinks a bit of a aperitif, kind of works out that way, and it's really good to kind of wet your palate before going for a meal. It's definitely a before food sort of drink. But that's me. Thank you very much for your time. Sorry, one last thing that I will say is I know there's a big kind of bartending culture of tasting your drinks with a straw, but especially with the grapefruit rinse there, I find that you need to really experience the whole drink. Take it all over your face and kind of mouth and really feel it as a drink. So thank you.
Nice and simple. Really?